What is going on, guys? We are back with another video, and we are doing another NFL draft redo. We are doing years 2013 through 2015, of course, as the Colts. We're going to, just hop right into it. If you guys have any other years in the future, let me know. We can get this video magically to 500. We will do another one within the week, and I don't have anything prepared, so, prove me wrong, I guess. I don't know. But let's, like I said, hop right into this thing. So at number 24 in the 2013 NFL Draft, the Colts took Bjorn Warner. I believe, if I'm 100% right, I believe Bjorn Warner barely played college, and they even said that he learned football by playing Madden. Those stories are kind of just, they want to have something relevant for the kids, and, just something cool to, kind of, push his story out there. Maybe he did it just on his own, but has not played well at all, let's just be honest. And instead, they get Le'Veon Bell. A bit of a reach here, but they would not have gotten him in the second round. So clearly, for one, they don't even have a second round pick. And, they would not have gotten him in the second round. So, of course, Le'Veon Bell with the redo. Colts have struggled majorly at trying to get a decent running back. Who is the last decent one? They have Frank Gore now. Donald Brown showed a little bit of promise. Joseph Adai, he was all right. He was really fun to kick return with on Madden. I'll tell you what, I used to get like one a game in team play. I don't remember what year it was, like 13 maybe, I don't know. But of course, redoing this, Le'Veon Bell is obviously the choice. Another great pick here, amazing pick. Andrew Luck is going to love this one. At number 86, instead of Hugh Thornton, they grab a much better player, especially for Andrew Luck. Once again, he has some trust now. He's got David Bakhtiari, left tackle, one of the best tackles in the league, is, assuming he could stay healthy, which, he does a decent job of it. Bakhtiari at number 86, third round pick, but still a good player nonetheless. And that's a big issue of this Colts team. Obviously, they have issues all across the board, but mainly is protecting the quarterback. Their offensive line is just horrendous. So here at number 121, they took Khaled Holmes. I believe he was a offensive lineman. Might even be on the Raiders. I don't know, honestly. But instead of that, they could have taken a guy the Ravens took. I believe it was the Ravens. Not a huge importance, but Kyle Juszczyk, who is, a pretty good player, I like to think. And, the Niners kind of thought so, as they paid him a lot of money, especially for fullback. And, of course, a much better pick than Holmes, who I don't even think is on the team anymore. Now moving on to a player the Packers took. Instead of Montorie Hughes at 139, the Indianapolis Colts take their first defensive player in this redo, Micah Hyde. Playing safety here. We could play him at cornerback, but we have a few of those, so safety is the best option for him. And a much better pick, especially at 139. Now here, really doesn't matter too much, but John Boyette at number 129. Instead of him, take a guy that really doesn't matter at this point, but Theo Riddick. He's shown brilliance, or not brilliance, but he's shown good strides here and there. I don't know, I just think, honestly, it's just the Lions. They don't run the ball well at all, so maybe here in the Colts, maybe he'll change something up, especially with all these different backs coming in. But still a better choice. Not that it makes too much of an impact, but still, obviously, the better choice. And at number 230, they take Kerwin Williams. I believe he was a halfback. And instead of him, they take a really not improved, but a much-needed position. And, of course, that would be cornerback with A.J. Boye, top cornerback. The Jaguars are doing very well with him and Ramsey. So maybe the Colts can bolster up that defense with this pick. Back-to-back, well, not back-to-back, but 2 out of the last 3 picks have been defense. See if there's a bit of a trend. Now, this one, I can't remember what the pick was. I don't remember, honestly, but instead of whoever the hell it might have been, they take Ryan Schrader, the offensive tackle, and we're obviously going to be playing him at guard. Well, not obviously, but you guys will see the lineup in a bit. Another offensive lineman that could do some wonders here for the Colts. See if maybe Andrew Luck can get something done with a actual decent offensive line. And believe it or not, that was the last pick of the 2013 NFL Draft for the Colts. Moving on to 2014. Not a great number of picks here, but at number 59, they take Jack Mewhort. Not a bad selection, if we're going to be honest, but I think if they're going to redo it, they could take a guy that would be a little bit better, and that would be Allen Robinson. Of course, we know he got season ended early on, but regardless of the point, I would assume most people would say is a better pick than Jack Mewhort. Getting a little bit of receiving options now for Andrew Luck. Now moving on to 90th pick. They took Donte Moncrief, and I'm going to argue that that would be the correct choice. I know he hasn't been the greatest in his career, but he hasn't really been healthy We'll give him some more time. He's still young, still shows his brilliance here and there. I think at number 90, this was the best choice. Not a whole lot going on around. As you'll see, the next 3 picks, I believe, are all undrafted players. Not a whole lot in this draft, but these redos, they're pretty important. So Donte Moncrief, correct pick. Now, 166, they take Jonathan Newsome, the defensive end. I believe he's a linebacker now. Free agent or Panther? I can't remember. But they finish off the very important position now, holding easily the best core in the league, selecting Malcom Butler. I know some of these picks are a little repetitive, the undrafted specifically, but promise you the rest, especially 2015, is a lot and a lot of new players that you guys haven't seen before. But either way, you can't go wrong with Malcom Butler. I mean, you have to take him there. Moving on to 203, Andrew Jackson. Instead of him, they take another offensive lineman, a guy we might have done before either way, Matt Paradis. Not a bad player there. I don't even know if he's going to start with our new offensive line. That's how much better we've gotten so far. And then the last pick, surprisingly, from the 2014 draft, like I said, not great, depth, but the next draft, they have tons of picks. At 232, instead of Aldrich John, I believe the defensive tackle, they take a pass rusher by the name of Shaquille Barrett. Of course, the Broncos found a little steal in him. He always seems to have like a Football Outsider card every year. He seems all right this year as well. But, of course, they take him, and that's going to be a decent pass rusher on the opposite side of Jabal Sheard, who's been a great free agent pickup for them. Moving on to the last year, like I mentioned, 29th pick in the 2015 draft, they take Phillip Dorsett, who I am pretty sure isn't on the team anymore. Or is he? No, I thought he was like a Patriot or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. But instead of him, at number 29, they take a position they don't need. So instead, with a position we do need, is middle linebacker. Landon Collins might not be the greatest move in the world, but he goes from a 92 to an 82 at middle linebacker. We need a middle linebacker badly, and safety just isn't the problem, like I said. So we're going to move Landon inside and see what he can do, especially on Madden. Probably not a great decision for real life, but we'll see how that works out for us. Either way, a much better pick at 29 than Dorsett. Continuing the trend with defense, number 65, we take another pass rusher. Dejon Smith was taken, and instead of him, we get Danielle Hunter, which is weird because we're in a 3-4, but we're going to let him play it out on in the inside just because he has a little bit of block shed. He's very fast, so we're going to give him a shot there. I don't really have anywhere else to play him, and clearly is the best option at that point. And at number 93, instead of Henry Anderson, who's not a bad player, they could have taken a guy, defensive tackle. And that, of course, would be Grady Jarrett, a much better player, I think. Once again, another defensive player, and that's a huge need for this Colts team. So this team's starting to slowly get together. Going with the trend of defense, going back to it, was a fourth straight pick. At 109, they take Clayton Gaithers, and they also do take a safety here. I don't know if you can take a guess, but yes, we are going to call this the correct pick. He's starting to pick up nicely throughout late last year into this year, I believe. Out of nowhere in franchise. I remember trading for him recently. I was like, who the hell is this? And yeah, we're gonna call this one the correct pick. At 151, David Perry was selected. And instead, we take another position that we don't really need. First of offense. And don't know if you guys will be able to guess this one, but they take Thomas Rawls. Not a bad backup for us. Not a bad player for Seattle. Not really playing the way they expect him to. He showed that he can be a great player, but just inconsistent. But either way, still a much better pick than David Perry. And at number 205, we have an offensive lineman yet again. And instead of Josh Robinson, the Colts take Lael Collins, who is quite a bit dropped down on these rosters. So, might not even be able to start. Might have Paradis there instead. And yet again, 207, Amarlo Herrera. Instead of him, we take another offensive lineman. From the Patriots, David Andrews. Not a bad center. 82 overall, much better than what we had before. So, moving on to the final pick of 2015 and the redo in general. 255, they take Denzel Good, and instead we take an undrafted wide receiver, Tyrell Williams from the Chargers. 6'4", 2 years in the league. Obviously, they're all 2 years in the league from the correct year. 2005, oh my god. 25 years old. Quick dev is a main issue here, which is nice. It's not really an issue. It's a positive. I just had a stroke for the last 20 seconds. All right, we got through it. And yeah, now I can properly show you the roster. I think we're going to change this left guard situation, though. Matt Paradis, probably a little bit better overall over there. Let's take a good shot at Paradis. Brissett has not been a bad quarterback for them, but obviously in this, we're going to say Andrew Luck never got hurt because we have much better players, which would allow him not to take the punishment he does. See what the a proper team is looking like, if it's actually up. And apparently our quarterbacks are gone all of a sudden. I don't know why. Sweet. Of course, Allen Robinson, Terrell Williams make up some new wide receivers. Le'Veon Bell, a huge upgrade there. Offensive line, not crazy upgraded, but 80s on the inside and 93 at left tackle. Obviously changes quite a bit. Jack Doyle, same player. Defensively, though, that's where we really upgraded. Middle linebacker, still a bit of an issue, but Landon Collins moves over there. Shaquille Barrett, good pass rusher. The cornerbacks increase tremendously. Good free safety, or better free safety anyways. We have Danielle Hunter at left end. Grady Jarrett at 86 overall DT. Let's take a look at the scheme. Make sure we have the right stuff. Can't tell if we do. Base 3-4. Colts, I would assume, run a 3-4. Yeah, they definitely run a 3-4 unless they have a 340-pound pass rusher on the outside. But let's go on to the playoffs, see how we do. I can't remember if we won the Super Bowl recently. I don't think we have. I think the Bears were very close, just didn't quite get it done. Either way, I don't expect this to be one of them. It was, better picks, obviously, and we had some new names in there, but I don't think the picks were super huge. I think the Colts, within that 3-year span, really didn't do a good job of setting themselves up in the draft. You see, in the first year, they completely lost the second round. In the second year, they lost their first round, which was, I believe, the Trent Richardson trade. Not a great trade at all there. And then finally, in 2015, they kind of got it together, but their pick was very, very late. And we do make the playoffs at 12-4. The Colts normally are under 6 wins, I'm pretty damn sure. Didn't change the sliders. I should take a look. I would assume you guys could understand by now that with these redos, the team's going to be one of the best in the league every single time after we make the changes. Because all these players, how many players we had, 15, 20 or more, even if they're all 75s or 80s, that's a huge upgrade for any team. But let's go on and take a look at the actual stats. 28 for 11, Andrew Luck, 4,300 yards. Le'Veon Bell, pretty damn good season, almost 5 yards per carry, pretty good. A couple of guys close to 1,000. Terrell Williams is the only one to reach it. 1,100 yards just about with 10 touchdowns. Great performance for him. Offensive line, Bakhtiari, Ian Costanzo gave up some sacks, but that's about it. Defensively now, let's take a look at picks. 5 for Micah Hyde, 4 for Melvin. Boyega had 3. What about sacks? 9 for Hankins. Had a little bit of pressure on the inside, surprisingly. Adam Vinatieri, not bad. Kick return, touchdown for Chester Rogers. No punt return. Offensive yards, number 2. Defense, I would say, is top 15. Hopefully, at least. Number 3, much better than I expected. Awards, did we get anything? Probably not. Probably not, did we? It'd be kind of cool if that actually happens in real life. Jaguars are getting a lot of awards here. Le'Veon Bell was the best running back. Dave Bakhtiari was the best offensive lineman, even though he really didn't play like it. And that's about it. See if we have any XP. I know we have coaching XP. Don't really care about that too much. We do have a little bit. So, by the way, 12-4 without a bye week? Or did it actually skip over one? Just give a auto upgrade there. Yes, I did skip over one. I actually went to that. So let's go 1 week. Take a look at this. Assuming we won against the Bills. We lost against the Bills. I'll take a look at that after this. Hopefully it doesn't glitch out. We'll take a look at how we played. That glitch, I don't know what the hell that glitch is, but it's so annoying because now we're not going to see what it was. I know we lost by a lot. It was 35-14, but I wanted to see how we actually played. These videos, they finish out so poorly because the stupid sim, when you sim all the way through, you're screwed. I don't know why. It's just like that. I have no idea what it is. Some call them a fluke. I wonder how many of the players we lost as well. Draft stories. No, we need all stories. See who won the Super Bowl. Might as well, Nice to see who is the winner. Hell no. The Bills going to win? Bills and the Seahawks. I have no idea. It doesn't tell us who won, I don't think. Yeah, we have no idea who won. It was Bills versus Seahawks, though, so I'm going to make the argument that it was the Seahawks. View free agency recap. Who did we sign? Spencer Ware, Fulton, Clemente. I wonder if that means our kicker retired. Le'Veon Bell went to the Bills. Davey Bakhtiari to the Redskins. Micah Hyde to the Redskins. Barrett to the Chiefs. Rawls to the Dolphins. Schrader to the Buccaneers. Lots and lots of new players. Redskins really picked up our players. Holy crap. The Redskins were all over our damn players. But, I mean, that's the redo. Let me know what you guys thought. If you guys look back at the draft, who do you think should have been taken instead? And there was a couple of picks. Like, I think at one point I could have taken, like, David Johnson instead of someone. But it was still a good pick regardless. Maybe it was Allen Robinson. I could have had David Johnson instead. I can't remember. But obviously Le'Veon Bell is one of the best, especially in Madden, the best in the game. So really no point in doing that. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas for what ifs or experiments, let me know. I'm kind of doing a top series for franchise. I don't know. There's going to be another one Thursday, so looking forward to that. Something forward, backwards. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you have a suggestion for years or teams, let me know as well. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!